Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. I'm sitting here once again with the love of my life. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, but I do have a complaint that I want
Okay.
to launch with you.
Okay.
He is burning me up, you guys. Normally, I'm the one that's cold, but I have had to lather my
Mm,
face with lotions
yeah.
and potions because this heat, we're having to run it here in Florida,
It is so
which
cold
is
here in
great.
Florida.
It's so cold.
Tomorrow's high is going to be 47
It's
degrees.
ridiculous. In our bedroom,
47.
it's kind of like it gets no sun during the
No,
day, so it's always continuously cold unless we run the heat. And he's been blasting it, girl. And I love
I love
being
it.
warm. It makes me tired though, but my only complaint is my skin.
So the first thing that I want to talk about is this video that I came across from Nikki Tutorials. It was actually on YouTube and I also saw a TikTok. The one on YouTube was the best products of 2024 and the one on TikTok that I saw was the worst products of 2024. I just want everyone's opinion on this because whenever I see, we're over 2 weeks into 2025 and she's just now coming out with the best and the worst of 2024. I don't care about that anymore. Does
Yeah.
anybody care about that anymore? I feel like there's a certain time frame that you can do a best and worst of a certain year, like past the beginning of the year, and I think that's like 2 or 3 days.
We're already into a new calendar year,
Yeah.
so I feel like people are going to be looking for the fresh new
Yeah.
products, not from 2024. Let's give her just a little bit of credit, just the
Okay.
smallest amount.
Okay. Honestly, who knows? Maybe some of these products are like sponsored in
Yep.
some way. You know, Nikki Tutorials has been accused of that before. She had to
Listen,
put that thing on the screen that says like purchased herself,
yeah,
sponsored, sent to her.
we love a good sponsor
People say
video.
she still lies with that though.
Oh, she probably does, girl. Let's be for real.
I want to say thank you to Factor for once again sponsoring my channel and honestly simplifying the process of sticking with my nutrition goals. I told y'all before that one of my New Year's resolutions, like many people out there, is to get healthier in the year 2025. And that honestly starts with the food that I'm putting into my mouth. The number one reason that I personally love Factor is because it makes it so easy to actually stick to a healthy diet. I am definitely that person that I will go to the grocery store and get a bunch of ingredients that I'm like, I'm going to put this together. I'm going to make the most amazing healthy meal, only for it to literally sit in the refrigerator and end up going bad. And maybe those groceries go a little bad just out of laziness because I would wait until like the final moment where I was starving to actually go into the kitchen to be like, I need to make something to eat. And honestly, that's when I would fall back into the habits of opening up the apps and getting fast food. So I love with Factor, it's an easy process. You just go into the kitchen, open up your refrigerator, take one out, whichever one you want, slip it into the microwave, skillet, or however you want to prepare it, and you are good to go. Another thing that I love about Factor is every meal is restaurant quality, chef crafted, and dietitian approved. It also only takes about 2 minutes to make each meal. You get to choose weekly from a menu of 35 different options that include dietary needs like Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, Vegan, and Veggie. Factor also offers Gourmet Plus meals as part of your weekly options, which this Jamaican jerk salmon and shrimp was absolutely delicious. Factor also has a ton of different add-ons that you can get as well, including pancakes, sausage, as well as eggs. But my personal favorite that they do offer is the cold pressed juice. The one that I'm currently drinking on and highly recommend is the cucumber, pineapple, and spinach. It's called the Gut Greens. If you are interested in checking Factor out for yourself, which obviously I highly recommend, please go to factor75.com, select the plan that meets your dietary needs, and use code 50viewersvoice for 50% off your first box as well as free shipping. I want to say thank you to Factor for once again sponsoring my channel, and now let's get back to the video. And moving on from that, I want to talk about Tarte real quick because they are having another brand trip, and we know every single time that Tarte has a brand trip and they invite all these influencers to fly on the private jet, there's going to be some type of
Yeah.
drama. Now, the influencers that are on this trip, I'm not too familiar with a lot of them. I think it's just a bunch of people from TikTok, but Tarte is getting called out right now because everyone knows there are massive fires over in California that is like destroying a ton of shit over there.
Yeah.
Well, people on TikTok are upset and making videos about it, saying that they should have read the room and canceled this trip altogether and taken the money that they spent on the trip and gave it in some kind of donation, like towards the firefighters and all that kind of stuff.
I might have an unpopular opinion about this, okay? The devastation that's happening in California with the fire, it sucks. It's horrible. I hate to see all these people go through this because obviously we went through a house fire too, so we've lost everything. It's very difficult to recover from. However,
Still recovering.
still grasping, trying to recover. Who are any of these people to say what Tarte should do with their money? I agree it is tone deaf and stuff, but they probably already had this planned, and you can't really account for a natural disaster and rerouting all these people to do this. So I don't understand why. I get it, but I don't understand why people are mad at Tarte specifically. If we're gonna be mad at Tarte, we need to be mad at all the brands.
They
okay?
love to drag Maureen. Maureen's the lady from Tarte. I believe that's what her name is. They love to drag her, and she saw the videos that people were making, and she made a video on the Tarte page, and she said that she is going to be hosting a trip for the firefighters and the first responders and taking
that's
them
nice.
somewhere really nice. I think she said it was going to be like March was when they were going to do this.
This one's for the California heroes, the frontline first responders, and those impacted by the fires. Your courage, hard work, and dedication mean everything, and we want to show you our appreciation. So we want to bring you on a VIP Trippin' with Tart experience in March as a token of our appreciation. Check out the rules below to enter. You deserve this and so much more.
So she's taking this as a moment to get a little bit of good PR as well as do something nice.
Well, I mean, that's really great. At least she's going to do something. She listened to the people that were giving her critiques.
And I feel like Tarte always donates a lot to charity, so I would be surprised if Tarte didn't donate something to like the fires. But a little bit more about this Tarte trip is I saw a clip from Trisha's podcast, and she was saying that she actually received an invite to go on the Tarte trip, and I wish that she would have gone, to be completely honest, because, well, I don't know if Trisha would like really spill like the tea after like getting back and hanging out with all these influencers, or if she would keep it like nice.
Oh, but one thing we can guarantee, she would have the tea. She would know what was going on. I don't think she would get into any drama.
Although I did get invited down to this Tarte trip that's coming up.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, I got
big.
invited. DM. I got one through my agent. I got one through my own email. I was getting all the hit ups for the Tarte trip.
That's wild.
Which is wild because I feel like all we do is talk shit about the Tarte shape tape. Can you imagine I'm on there? I'm like, love the shape tape.
No creases under my eyes.
I'm sorry, I really just don't get those trips. And now that I can say that I've been actually invited on one, I just don't really get them. So it's like you go on a free trip, like with a private jet, which is like so out of like touch nowadays. Like I wouldn't even want to be on a private jet because that's like just feels yeah, it doesn't feel right for a multitude of reasons. Obviously, it's economic state, but also just like the fuel, the carbon footprint of it all. Washing my underwear now. I used to throw out underwear after each time, and now I wash my underwear, so I reuse it. Yeah, because everyone's like, "Wow, your carbon footprint." Also, the person who told me that does fly on private jets a lot, and I was like, "Also, you're on a private jet all the time." But I was like, but also you get a free trip, but then you have to then you are there, and they give you all the products, so you're like doing commercials for them the whole time, and you're with other creators and influencers. Just sounds like a nightmare. Just to be with like a creator influencers 24/7 on an island, just constantly creating content. I love content. I love meeting people, but like that would be awful, wouldn't it?
It does seem draining because like you're all kind of doing like the same video, kind of. You know what I mean? And it's like to me, not that worth it. Especially because everyone that goes on them is like pretty rich, so like you can just do it yourself. You know? Yeah. So it's like
that's what I never understood. Because you remember even a while ago, like. I guess it's like the camaraderie of it all or whatever. Because I remember Jeffree Star went on one like in like 2019. Yes. And I was like, okay, you're literally so rich. Like just do this vacation on your own. Like it's so odd, but people always go on them. They get so excited to be invited. I don't think it's like a bad thing. I just like don't understand it. Like I just think that's like the most overstimulating. You're doing like this big commercial for them and like they're making money, but you're not because you're just there on the free trip promoting Tarte. I don't know. It's like so
it does
weird.
Seem like a cool trip. Like, you know, they have when they post. No.
Really?
No. I think I would again just be like very overstimulated and like I'm also like not that social. So that's like
I feel like you said, very social. Last year you were going out with everybody, all the it girls. You're with Misha. You're with Anna B. Collins. Like you're with everybody. I was just like, all right, social butterfly. You're like
twice a month. But yeah.
No, you were going to like a DJ set. You were going like everywhere. I was
that's
like, okay.
True. I did do. I did a little bit of stuff, but that was like again maybe. At maximum, like once a week, you know. But this is like a whole week every day.
A whole week every
day.
It's
more claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Here you choose one event with one person you really want to see.
You mentally prepare for it.
But over there, it's like you're kind of stuck with these people, and you don't know how it's gonna go.
I guess people just like I guess there's two types of people. People who just like want to be around.
Really love it.
Yeah, like people just want to be around everybody, and then people just want to.
Also, if you're an influencer and you have no ideas for content or something, like they're just giving you like, oh, this is easy. I just have to be. And
yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's like out of touch, like you said, because everyone's like rich on those trips, and all the comments, like on the last Tarte trip, I think they were Bora Bora. I was like, why don't you like fly out? And like, it doesn't make sense like financially when people are like, why don't you fly out like fans or customers who buy the products? Because obviously they don't have that like influence in the pool, and obviously they're doing it for the commercial aspect. But it is like sad because it's like so many people like want to have that vacation, can't afford it, and these influencers like can. So it's just kind of like a weird.
It's kind of crazy that she didn't go because Trisha has always talked about like maybe doing a brand trip or something when she used to try on makeup.
They can get messy.
Oh,
they can definitely get messy, and a lot of bad things can happen.
What's her face? What was Ryland's sister's name? Morgan. I forget her name. I apologize. Remember when she had all that drama and Jeffree lashed out and they made a whole big thing out of it because somebody was
Tarte?
Yeah, it was. I think it was tripping with Tarte.
It is always a Tarte trip. They need to invite Alex Earl again. Where's Alex Earl?
I think my favorite Tarte debacle was the one where Nikki Tutorials was on there and she was like drunk and she was like banging her head, and then her and Jeffree got into it after, and I think Manny got into it.
I don't think she's been on a brand trip since. I think that she stayed home. And while we're talking about Trisha, David Dobrik is back and he is starting to post his vlogs once again, which apparently there were a lot of people that were missing David Dobrik vlogs. Personally, for me, I was never one of the ones that got into the vlog squad or anything like that.
No. We have David Dobrik to thank for Jason Nash, who is now begging on TikTok.
Jason Nash is a little bit worried. Jason Nash, I heard, is a little bit worried, like a lot of people, because TikTok apparently is going to be banned on January 19th. It's looking like it's going to happen. I personally do not think that it's going to get banned. I think that they're going to put a pause on it and then something is going to happen. Someone's going to buy. I don't know what exactly is going to happen. I just don't think it's going to get banned.
I don't know, girl. It's like really close now. There's people really freaking out over it.
Where are people going to panhandle? Is it going to happen here on
Girl,
YouTube?
We
Because
might
you can get gifts on the YouTube.
We may actually get DoorDash Jason Nash after all. Tana manifested that for you, God. Jason.
Well, no, now that David Dobrik is back, a lot of people are wondering if Jason Nash is going to be employed again to get inside of these vlogs. And you just know that Jason Nash would literally do everything, including suck a fart out of David Dobrik's asshole to get back in those vlogs.
It's so crazy. Like, you read my mind. I was literally going to say that he would suck a fart out of his asshole. Yeah. He would eat his ass with
like
a
little
spoon.
Coke straw.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Trisha and Oscar were talking about David and his comeback over on the Just Trish podcast. And they had the same reaction that a lot of people have had to this. It's not that exciting.
Weird start to the year, that is for sure.
I know. Oh my God. David's comeback was not my prediction, but he needs to just, you know what? My little advice is just to be careful what you put out there, David. I just have a feeling it's just like not gonna go well. Like, I literally felt like a pit in my stomach again, and not for me. I like don't care. I'm like so far removed, whatever. But I was just like, there's something like just again the predictions, and we talked about this Monday before I even knew. Like people just predicting like David Dobrik goes to jail or like just something like all these like dark predictions about him before he even did a comeback. And it's like he just needs to be very, very careful. I think he's just like not learned lessons, which is like the scariest part of it all because it's like I don't wish it because in order for that like happening again, that means like someone else is in danger.
True,
you know what I mean? So it's like obviously I don't wish that, but it's like, oh, I just feel with like this rush again of his comeback and everything. Like he feels untouchable. Okay, now I'm fit. Now I'm this. Because it does. When people lose weight, they seem to be like, now people respect me more or something. And it's like, and it probably is true. I mean, there's probably a lot of people that's like, oh, I respect that. But a lot of people are just so excited because it's mixed. On TikTok, too, I saw comments. A lot of people like, we don't want this. What the fuck? Like, we don't. But then there was a lot like, yay, I don't care what people say. Like, YouTube's been boring. Like, Miss David. So it's definitely divided. And I definitely don't disagree that YouTube is like somewhat boring. But I don't think the David vlogs are my excitement back. I did have to sit through all of it because I wanted to like really watch for this, but never again.
Everyone is always going to remember what David Dobrik did. He did come back and he tried to pull a Nikocado avocado. You know, Nikocado lost a shit ton of weight. Still don't understand where the loose skin and like scars are on Nikocado avocado, but David Dobrik came back and now he has a six-pack. In the pictures that I saw of this, because I did not watch the vlog at all, you guys, in the picture that I saw, it looked like he took his head, which is like a teenager's head, and stuck it on a different person's body and like AI'd it.
I thought it was AI at first, but then there was like this whole montage of videos of him like showing himself to his friends. Like he's so pretentious. David Dobrik may not show you, but to me, I can see how pretentious he really
Didn't
fucking
he do
is.
it for like a car? From like Mr. Beast. That's very interesting that Mr. Beast is like that close to David Dobrik, but Mr. Beast is out here just doing so much good. He is doing good.
Is he though?
I think so. No, wait, I screenshot a tweet earlier actually because I was like, oh wow, that's actually like really interesting. Okay, so what I screenshot earlier was somebody was talking about Reddit YouTube. They took down Mr. Beast's statement criticizing the US healthcare system as it was going viral. So I guess they're deleting his posts over there, and Mr. Beast has been like very responsive to people over on Twitter. He said, yeah, I was on track to hit the front page of Reddit. Such a shame that the mods on our YouTube will do anything to censor Mr. Beast unless it's negative about me, then it's magically fine.
I think it's really kind of interesting now how everything has kind of like came full circle, and now Trisha's just as big as David Dobrik. She's a big name. She signed with a big talent agency. For her to be able to speak about him now because she's been so vocal is really interesting. I think things are going to heat up.
Well, Trisha did throw a little bit of shade over on Twitter at David Dobrik, and she said, David Dobrik returning to YouTube doing the same thing that he was doing in 2019. What could possibly go wrong? I don't know much about David Dobrik videos because it wasn't like my thing to watch. One of the things that I will never forget is when that clip went viral of someone in the Tesla jumping the hill and like crashing the Tesla at the bottom. And from that moment on, I was like, this mother is so goddamn
No, he's
stupid.
crazy. He had people doing all kinds of
Jeff
reckless
Wittek?
shit. Yeah, the whole thing with Jeff Wittek was so insane. He almost lost his eye. Doesn't he have like brain damage or something from that?
I think he still has to have surgery. Trisha and Oscar did bring that up on the podcast, and I'm glad that they did, because that's one of those things, like James Charles and the disgusting things that he did and the things that he has admitted to, saying sorry to the victims and all that. The stuff that David Dobrik put Jeff Wittek through is something that needs to always be brought up and always talked about as well.
Something aside from that is Dirty Dom. Let's not forget Dirty Dom
I
and
forgot
what he
about Dirty
did. That
Dom.
nasty motherfucker.
I forgot about Dirty Dom. What was the other one? The in the tummy.
Oh.
Romeo Lacoste.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to him?
Girl, who knows? He's probably wanted or something. Didn't Keemstar take his play button or some shit?
Yeah.
That is the only thing I feel like Gabby Hanna was actually right about, is that motherfucker. Do you remember when she called him out?
Who, Romeo Lacoste?
Yeah, she dragged him across the coals, girl.
Good.
But bringing Gabby Hanna up, it's so weird that all these people from yesteryears are now coming back and like somewhat popular again. I never thought I would hear David Dobrik say he was making videos again.
Yeah, I thought that David Dobrik was just gonna like ride off into the sunset like Jenna Marbles. Jenna Marbles is honestly the only one that I can think of. Let me know in the comment section down below if I'm wrong. She's the only one that's actually like stayed away.
But
like, she said, I'm leaving social media because people were dragging her over fish.
But she
a
actually,
lot of other things.
She didn't do shit. Jenna Marbles didn't do
shit.
shit. She didn't do shit. She didn't do anything that would warrant her being canceled. Out of all of these people that have been canceled and came back, why did we get David Dobrik? Why couldn't it have been Jenna Marbles?
What was like the final straw for Jenna Marbles? It wasn't the fish. The fish thing was ridiculous.
I don't know.
The 45-minute video, like apologizing.
I feel like the video about
crazy.
where she had to apologize for how she strapped her dogs in, because remember there was this thing in her car and how she had like the dog safety thing strapped in. People dragged her for it. Like that kind of probably did it for her. How the did the vlog squad come back before Frenemies?
Yeah.
I want to know how that happened. Who worked this out? Who is up in the sky like playing games with the Sims that made this come to fruition? Nobody asked for David Dobrik to come back.
So you guys are gonna have to let us know down below if you're excited for David Dobrik's comeback. I personally am not. I guess he's doing like a fitness challenge type of thing.
Who'd care?
Maybe you'd like win something. So with all that said, everyone, that is it for this video. We hope that you did enjoy it. Please leave us a wait emoji down below for David Dobrik's fitness journey that he is on.
I thought you were going to say because you've been working out.
Oh no, I've been doing that too, but just for David Dobrik and his fitness journey. And if you have not already, please hit the subscribe button and thumbs up the video, and we'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye.